Welcome back to Fair Points. The Republican Party never ceases to amaze me. I cannot believe how deranged these people really are and the things they focus on. It's almost unbelievable. I want to touch on this today just because I find it extremely funny, but also indefensible. Representative Anna Paulina Luna introduced legislation to put President Trump's face on Mount Rushmore. Let that sink in for a second. A man who couldn't win two straight elections is deserving of his face on Mount Rushmore. A man that mishandled COVID insanely deserves his face on Mount Rushmore. A man who couldn't beat somebody 4 years his senior in an election is deserving of his face on Mount Rushmore. A man who is convicted of sexual assault is deserving of his face on Mount Rushmore. A man who could not keep his own casino afloat. You know, that thing where the house always wins? Yeah, Trump failed to win at that. That deserves to be on Mount Rushmore. This is how deranged the right wing has become, how deranged the Republican Party has become. They see this man and they just need to find any way to bend over backwards to worship him, to gain a modicum of respect from him. And honestly, why would you want it? Why would you want to be one of his followers? Why would you want to stand in line? Because you believe that he's going to look out for you just because you towed the line? No, he's going to discard you as quick as possible. He's going to utilize you to gain his power, gain his influence, and then throw you to the masses. I don't care. I don't need you. I don't want you. He's already turning his back on his supporters. I mean, all those people that said he's going to lower egg prices, he's going to make America affordable again. He doesn't care about that. Look at what he's done. His freezing of all the grants and loans, yeah, that really helps those who are in need of food, really helps those that are in need of education. But of course, he doesn't care. How are you going to make him rich other than buying all of his merchandise, his perfumes, his watches? Next thing you'll know, there'll be like Trump toenail clippings. And I'm sure they'll all eat that up as well. Throw them in their mouths, suck on them, try to get anything they can just so they can worship this clear wolf in sheep's clothing. It is absolutely insanity. And yet, we all fell for it. At least some of us did. I mean, I didn't, but so many people did. So many people believed he was out for the common American because he was good at campaigning. He's not good at the president stuff. He's good at making you believe he's going to be good at the president stuff. But he's not. He's already golfing. He signed a few executive orders that will never pass because they just won't allow them to pass. I mean, it's completely unconstitutional to override the Constitution. I mean, you need to make an amendment to an amendment, and wow, that's insane. And to those of you who are mouth breathers that think that anybody who wants to get rid of guns wants to rewrite the Second Amendment, no. We just want more safeguards in place, so getting a gun is a little bit more difficult. We don't want to take your right away. I don't want to see anybody's rights taken away. We just want you to have a little bit less access to it and prove that you're not going to go shoot up a school. But of course, we never talk about that unless they're trans people shooting up schools, right? Other than that, it's just thoughts and prayers. That seems to work, right? But to get back to the Trump Mount Rushmore thing, it just showcases how they believe this man is the next coming of God, how he's the prophet, how he is going to save America. Yes, the billionaire with a silver spoon fed in his mouth his entire life is going to know how to properly save America, how to transition through this very awkward economic time where we're trying to battle against AI, but also with AI, so that we can create a much more productive economy, a much more productive future, while not having to rely on the backs of workers. Yeah, this is the guy I trust 100%. He's going to fail miserably, the same way that he has his entire life. But because he's rich, we look at him as a success. Sometimes being born into money and not losing it all doesn't mean you're successful. It kind of means you're sort of a failure. And this guy has failed upwards his entire life. I didn't know that Oompa Loompas were able to do that, but he's been able to defy all odds to do so. And here we are now. with other legislators trying to get him a third term. Come on. I know it's a joke. I know it's a distraction. But, like, can we be a little bit less obvious about it? And that's what this is too. Like, yes, I've made an entire video about it, but this is a distraction from something else. I don't know what it's from yet. I'll figure it out. I'll figure out what they're trying to distract us from, because I know that there's bird flu around. I know that the prices of all food is going to skyrocket with all the migrants that have now been shoved into military planes and flown to various countries on the taxpayer dime. But I'm still trying to figure out what I'm being distracted by with them introducing bills for Mount Rushmore and for a third term. Once I figure that out, though, I'll report it here on this channel, because I want to express my just undying hatred for where we're going. We don't care about the people around us. We're not thinking about community. And no, this isn't some communist take. I just think we should be looking out for one another. You know, the way Jesus intended, the way Christians intended things to be. But that's not what the administration is like right now. They are anti-Christian, they are anti-American, and they're anti-you. They're all for me. Me, 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 me. And they love to tell you that they're not. But remember, look at their actions, not their words. Stop believing everything they tell you and look at their actions. Their actions tell you exactly who they are. They're a bunch of people who are out for themselves. So that's it for the video today. I really, really hope that we find a way out of this, that we can find the good in all this. But I'm still desperately looking. See you guys on the next one.